watching the 3D Bookmaker Diecast Racing League.
Welcome back. Here we are at the new 3D Botmaker Speedway, and it is time for some Super Stadium Racing.
I am excited. I see 2 ramps out there on the track. That is all I need. Big air, baby.
This is a new series. We should mention this is not the DRC.
Not the DRC.
The Diecast Rally Championship will be returning this year. The track is currently under construction. Also, this is not King of the Mountain.
Not King of the Mountain.
That series will be continuing at Race City. Right now, there's currently some construction going on there as well.
So, 3D, what is this?
It's a new series we're calling Super Stadium Racing.
I like it.
It's heavily inspired by Stadium Super Truck Racing. The difference being we're not just racing trucks, we're going to race all types of vehicles on this track.
Nice.
Let's look at the layout. We start off with 4 cars, 4 lanes wide. The lanes will merge. They'll go through a big banked turn. The track then widens out where the drivers will have 2 optional jumps to take.
Oh, they got options.
Yes, they do, and there's rewards. Getting air off the first low jump will get you 1 bonus point, and getting air off the second bigger jump will score 2 bonus points.
So you can get 3 bonus points per race.
That is correct. Besides that, the scoring for finishing positions is the same as before. 5 points for first, 3 points for second, 2 points for third, and 1 point for last place.
And 0 for DNF.
Also, you have to pass the finish line in order to get those bonus points.
So a DNF will always result in 0.
And one last thing, you have to actually get some air off the jump in order to score the bonus points. You can't just fall off the side or just roll over it where your car just kind of plops down. We need to see some actual air.
That's right, go for the big air.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our cars and drivers. For our first tournament here at the Speedway, we'll be racing hatchbacks.
Oh, 3D, you know I love a good hatchback.
Well, we've got plenty of them. First up, we have Nick McKay driving in the blue Honda Civic.
Then driving in the orange-yellow Citroen C4 is Adrian Brooks.
Up next, we have Terry Hatcher driving in the white 2012 Ford Fiesta.
And last up, it's Remy Tandy in the black Ford Focus RS.
Here we go, Nick McKay in the pole position. It's not really that big of an advantage, though, because they're starting 4 wide.
Yeah, this first part right here is like a drag race.
They're waiting for the light. And we're go for green. Our first official race here at the 3D Botmaker Speedway is underway. Terry Hatcher in the lead, followed by Adrian Brooks. Nick McKay pushing up on the inside, passes Adrian Brooks.
Here's the first jump. We got some... Whoa!
Terry Hatcher's over.
Hey!
Whoa!
Was that?
Remy Tandy swerving out of control. Adrian Brooks backs it in, and all 4 drivers make it past the finish line in the most chaotic fashion possible.
Did we just see a car get big air while it was upside down?
We're going to check out the replay right now.
That whole finish was insane.
Terry Hatcher goes off the first ramp, hits the wall, flips over, but then has enough momentum to get air off the jump.
And shout out to Nick McKay for also going for the big air. The landing was rough, but...
Well, Nick McKay has Adrian Brooks to thank for passing the finish line, otherwise that would have been a DNF. Right here we see Terry Hatcher and Nick McKay both get bonus points for that first jump.
And they both went for the second one.
The judges are reviewing it right now to see if they actually got air off that one.
Terry Hatcher in the white car definitely got some air.
Yeah, there's no rules against going off the ramp upside down or on your side. The question was more on Nick McKay in the blue Civic, and they're going to classify that as getting air.
His car's up in the air above the height of the ramp. That is definitely air in my book.
That's some big points to start off for Terry Hatcher. 5 points for winning and 3 bonus points for the jumps.
Let's see some more air in race 2.
Terry Hatcher once again leading the pack. Remy Tandy in second. Has some contact with Adrian Brooks. Nick McKay back there challenging for third. Terry Hatcher way ahead, goes for the first jump, lands it nicely.
Whoa, big air, but out of bounds.
And it's going to be Nick McKay to take the win. Nick McKay moved all the way up from last place to take first. Adrian Brooks comes in second with Remy Tandy in third. A great big air attempt by Terry Hatcher, but unfortunately it results in a DNF.
So that's 0 points in this race for Terry Hatcher.
Yeah, unfortunately that was about to be an 8-point run. Look at the great jump there. Takes the big jump at an angle, a massive jump, but lands outside the track.
You gotta respect Terry Hatcher for going all in on this race.
Here's the jump cam. Both Terry Hatcher and Remy Tandy take the first jump. That means Remy Tandy will get 1 bonus point. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Super Stadium Racing here on the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League. Here we go with race 3, Nick McKay in the blue Civic, currently in the lead with 10 points.
Terry Hatcher in the white Ford Fiesta starting in the pole position here. Terry is really leaving it all out there on the track today.
Yes, so far Terry has attempted all the jumps on both races. Terry out in front, Adrian Brooks spins around, Nick McKay makes the pass into second.
He's right on Terry's bumper.
Nick McKay with the bump and run. and he's going to play it safe and run all the way to the finish line.
Whoa! Adrian Brooks not playing it safe at all. Goes off the jump in reverse, gets that big air bonus, baby. That was awesome.
Adrian Brooks was on the bottom of the scoreboard to start this race off, so those bonus points were very much needed. Watch the blue Honda Civic right here, driven by Nick McKay. He caused Adrian Brooks to spin out, then watch right here, bumps the tail end of Terry Hatcher. Terry spins out, and Nick McKay says, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going straight for the finish line. Forget about the jump.
Well, Adrian Brooks did not forget about that jump. It's already hard going forwards. Imagine going off it backwards. It's crazy.
All 4 drivers avoid the first jump. That's going to be 2 bonus points for Adrian Brooks. That will put him 1 point ahead of Remy Tandy on the scoreboard. But look at the score of Nick McKay.
Oh yeah, he's on the top with 15. I think he's going through.
The top 2 drivers will advance on to the next round of the tournament. Here we go with the 4th and final race. Who's going to move on?
Let's go.
Remy Tandy starting in the pole. Terry Hatcher once again leading every single race today.
That Fiesta's got some power.
Nick McKay gets tangled up with Remy Tandy. It's Terry Hatcher in first, followed by Adrian Brooks. Hatcher with the jump, lands it, spins around.
Whoa! Oh my goodness! That 3D.
Yes!
That right there.
Yes!
That was some big air.
That was certainly some huge air.
After seeing that, I believe I can fly.
Absolutely amazing jump by Adrian Brooks. Flies over Terry Hatcher's car and pretty much lands at the finish line.
Like, I could literally fly.
Okay, Tootie, you're not flying, Adrian Brooks is.
If I believe it.
No, you still can't.
I'm pretty sure I could.
Look at this replay right here. Terry Hatcher falls off the ramp sideways, and then Adrian Brooks just goes soaring through the air. You can see there Brooks made the decision to skip the first ramp. That gave him the speed to just send it over that final jump.
And he stuck the landing too.
Yes, he did.
I know we have used the name Superman on this channel before, but Adrian Brooks has to be some kind of superhero.
And there's the final score. Adrian Brooks ties Nick McKay for first place. That means both drivers will be advancing on to the semifinals.
That was a major comeback for Adrian Brooks.
Definitely. He started the last race down by 7 points and ends up tying for first. Coming up next time, we have a Mercedes A-Class, a 90 Honda Civic EF, a Volkswagen Scirocco GT24, and a Subaru WRX STI.
I like that V-dub. I think we had a green one racing the DRC.
Welcome back to the 3D Bot Maker Diecast Racing League. You are watching the Super Stadium Racing Hatchback Tournament.
I am ready to see some more action, 3D.
This series is brought to you by Slanman Customs. He made all the track parts for this speedway. Find out more at slanmancustoms.com. Well, 2D, so far we had an action-packed start to this series.
Cars jumping over other cars. It doesn't get better than that.
So far we have 2 drivers who have advanced on to the semifinals. Nick McKay in the blue Honda Civic and Adrian Brooks in the Citroen C4.
Keep your eye on Adrian Brooks. He's a high flyer.
Now we have made a change to the Big Air bonus rule.
Here we go. Already with rule changes for Big Air, just like the DRC.
I know, but it's a minor change. Cars will need to reach that marker line that's after the jump in order to get the bonus points.
And that's the only change.
Yes, if they're going to get bonus points, they got to get some actual air, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's a rule I can get behind. I want to see some high-flying action.
With that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at today's drivers. First up in the yellow 2019 Mercedes-Benz A-Class is Hugh Jumpman.
Then driving the red Honda Civic EF is Jasper Knightley.
After that, we got Cosmo Carter in the VW Scirocco GT24.
And driving the blue Subaru WRX STI is Ryan Hatchling.
A good group of cars here, Mercedes, Honda, Volkswagen, and Subaru. They'll compete in 4 races, the top 2 advance on, and they are off.
Here we go.
Jasper Knightley in the red Honda Civic and Cosmo Carter in the white VW out front. Jasper takes the lead. Ryan Hatchling in the blue Subaru trying to make an advance. It's a close race. Ryan Hatchling makes the first jump. Oh, and there goes Cosmo Carter right into the fence.
Wow, good thing we took safety seriously here at the Speedway.
Well, you know this channel is all about safety. Looks like we got Hugh Jumpman flipped upside down. Let's go to the replay to see what happened there. Here's our alternate camera, and right there, Hugh Jumpman in the yellow Mercedes flips over on the turn. Now look at the blue Subaru, makes the jump, passes the marker line, so that will be a bonus point for Ryan Hatchling.
Clean jump there by Ryan Hatchling, our first air of the day. I hope he goes for the big jump next time.
Well, it seems like Cosmo Carter was thinking about taking the jump. I think he had second thoughts and tried to go around it, ended up flipping up into the fence, but he still managed to beat Ryan Hatchling to the finish line. Those 2 are tied with 3 points each. Jasper Knightley currently on top with 5. And here we go with race 2. An even race so far, Ryan Hatchling slightly in the lead. Jasper Knightley slams into the side of that Subaru, pushing him around the turn. Ryan Hatchling in the blue car manages to hold on to the lead. There's contact between Carter and Knightley.
He's going for it.
Whoa!
Hey! That is what I'm talking about, 3D.
Both Ryan Hatchling and Hugh Jumpman decide to go for the big air, and I believe they both got it.
I was hoping Ryan Hatchling was going to go for it this time, and he did not disappoint.
Watch the red car of Knightley hits Cosmo Carter, causes him to spin out. Right there, Hugh Jumpman actually gets some air off that first jump, but he did not go far enough.
I think he hit the line on the second one, though.
We're going to see it from a different angle. Here it is from our alternate camera. Here's where Jasper Knightley and Cosmo Carter get spun around.
Yeah, Hugh Jumpman in the yellow car did not get that first one.
Let's see how far he gets on the big air jump right here. Here goes Hatchling. Definitely got it.
I think Jumpman did too.
And yes, the judges are going to give the 2 bonus points to Hugh Jumpman and Ryan Hatchling.
Ryan may just be a hatchling, but he sure can fly.
Yes, he can. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. You're watching Super Stadium Racing here on the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League channel. Let's get back to the race. So far, we have Ryan Hatchling on top with 10 points, Jasper Knightley in second with 6, Cosmo Carter and Hugh Jumpman tied with 5. Here we go with race 3. A close race as they head to the merger. Knightley and Hatchling in front. Ryan Hatchling cuts off Jasper Knightley.
A little paint swapping going on.
Ryan Hatchling swerves, hits the wall, gets a bump from Jasper Knightley. I think he's having some trouble.
He went for the air.
And there goes Jasper Knightley over the jump. Makes it past the finish.
Ryan Hatchling upside down, fell out of his nest.
There's a hit from Hugh Jumpman, but it is not enough to push either driver past the finish line. That's going to be a double DNF.
I'm not sure what Ryan Hatchling was thinking. He did not have enough speed to even think about making that jump.
Here's the replay. Hugh Jumpman in the yellow car slams into the wall back there. Let's try to see what happened on that first jump. Both Ryan Hatchling and Jasper Knightley take that first jump at an angle. Jasper Knightley did not get enough air there for it to count.
I don't think he jumped far enough here either.
No, here it is. Not far enough, but we do appreciate the attempt.
If you're going to go for the jump, you got to go big.
Yeah, and you can see how costly it is if you don't go big. Ryan Hatchling ends up flipping over. He could have had 5 points if he just avoided the jump.
Well, the good thing for Ryan Hatchling, he did get bonus points on the first 2 races, and those points really helped soften the blow for this DNF.
That is true. I didn't think about that. He actually got 3 bonus points already, so that's kind of like as if he finished this race in second.
Taking that big air risk can definitely pay off.
Here we go with the 4th and final race. Jasper Knightley in the red car and Ryan Hatchling in the blue are your top 2 leaders on the scoreboard. Cosmo Carter in the lead in the white VW. Whoa, he swerves violently into Ryan Hatchling's car.
Then he slammed into Jasper Knightley.
Cosmo Carter with some aggressive driving here. Oh, and he flips over again.
Wow.
He recovers.
Here comes Jumpman.
Oh!
Hey, big air, baby. Big air.
A huge jump by Hugh Jumpman.
That was a huge jump, man.
I'm not sure what the score is right now.
Oh, no, what happened to Ryan Hatchling in the blue Subaru?
That's a DNF for Ryan Hatchling. That is not good. Here's the replay. Cosmo Carter in the white Volkswagen. He really came out of nowhere on this race.
Yeah, he kind of stayed back on the second and third race.
Does pretty much the same thing he did on the second race, but look at that. He recovers, rolls over the jump.
Jasper Knightley in the red Civic also recovered.
Man, that yellow Mercedes just went flying.
It was a huge jump, man.
And there's the final score. Jasper Knightley and surprisingly Cosmo Carter will be advancing on to the semifinals.
Very interesting. Cosmo Carter did not get any bonus points this whole round.
That's true. He finished in second twice. He came in third place once, and then he won this last race.
He got lucky on this last race.
You know, if Hugh Jumpman in the yellow car had avoided hitting Cosmo Carter, I think he would have beat Cosmo to the finish line, and he would be the one advancing on to the next round.
A jump pass would have been an epic finish. Today just wasn't Hugh Jumpman's day.
And there's your winners advancing on. Jasper Knightley in the red Honda Civic, and Cosmo Carter in the Volkswagen Scirocco GT. Coming up next time, we have a Toyota Yaris, a Honda Civic Type R, a Volkswagen Golf, and the legendary Lancia Delta Integrale.
Are you sure it's not pronounced Lancia?
Look it up, 2D. Look it up.
I'm just messing with you. I know everyone tries to correct us on that pronunciation.
Hey, I don't speak Italian, so my pronunciation isn't perfect, but it's not pronounced Lancia. Welcome back to the 3D Botmaker Speedway. You are watching the Super Stadium Racing Series Hatchback Tournament. Okay, now we do have one change today.
Not again. You're not changing the rules again, are you?
No, we're not changing any more rules. We just added a nice orange line so you can clearly see where the big air bonus is.
Okay, but the points and the rules are all the same.
Yes, they are. 1 point for the first jump, 2 points for the second one.
Okay, good.
In the last race, we had some great high-flying action by Hugh Jumpman in the yellow Mercedes, but unfortunately for him, he was beat out by Jasper Knightley in the red Honda Civic EF and Cosmo Carter in the white VW Scirocco GT24.
Still, props go out to him for getting that big air.
Here's today's drivers. We have Anita Waver in the Volkswagen Golf GTI.
Driving in the white Toyota Yaris WRC is Quasimodo.
Then in the dark green Lancia Delta Integrale is MJ Forte.
And last up, we have Hatch Adams in the Honda Civic Type R.
So far, we have 2 Honda Civics in the semifinals.
It was certainly a popular hatchback back in the day.
Here we go. They're all lined up for the first of 4 races. The light goes green, and they're off. MJ Forte out in the lead. Quasimodo currently in second. They're through the merger, going into the turn. Anita Waver tapping the back end of Quasimodo. MJ Forte rolls over. Quasi with a pass.
Yes, some air too.
And Quasimodo will finish it first, followed by Anita Waver. Hatch Adams takes third. And MJ Forte, unfortunately, will get a DNF stuck over there at the big air line.
Not a great way to start off the race for MJ Forte.
MJ had the lead, hit the wall, went off the ramp at an angle, rolled it. Look at this right here, though. Recovered. Partially went off the second ramp, and that was just too much for that car as MJ stalls out so close to the finish line.
If you're going to take the jump, you got to take the whole thing, not just half.
We're checking to see if anyone got air on the first jump. Keep your eye on the yellow Civic of Hatch Adams.
Look at that two-wheel action by Quasimodo.
Impressive, and no, Hatch Adams does not get the bonus. So there will be no bonus points awarded on this first race.
Either way, that was impressive driving by Quasimodo. Look at this, two-wheel action, goes around MJ Forte, tries to get the big air, but just comes up a little bit short.
Impressive driving indeed. Let's check out the scoreboard. That's 5 points for Quasimodo, 3 for Anita Waver, 2 for Hatch Adams, and 0 currently for MJ Forte. Here we go. They're all lined up for race 2. And they're off. Anita Waver in the red Golf and MJ Forte in the green out in front. Anita Waver with the pit maneuver gets around MJ Forte.
Aggressive driving by Anita. She is not playing around up there.
Anita slams into the wall, gets hit from behind by MJ Forte, who wrecks.
Oh, there goes Quasimodo again with the big air. That right there is how you do it, 3D. He got that one past the line.
And there goes Anita Waver. I guess it's better late than never, right?
Well, speaking of never, MJ Forte has never seen the finish line so far.
Sadly, no.
Racing just might not be MJ's forte.
Well, it seems to be Quasimodo's forte. He was all the way in the back of the pack, pushes Hatch Adams around, decides to go around the first jump, targets that second jump right here, and then just sends it for the big air.
That is 2 times over the big jump for Quasimodo. He is fearless.
Let's see the replay on that first jump again, and that will be a bonus point for Anita Waver.
Nice, a little sideways air in the VW Golf.
And we already know Quasimodo got it, but look at this right here. Puts the nose of that Toyota Yaris down right after the line, and that's going to be a 7-point run for Quasimodo, bringing his score up to 12. That is a major points boost.
Those jumps can make you or break you. Right now it's making Quasimodo, but it's breaking MJ Forte.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Super Stadium Racing here on the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League channel. We are continuing with Group 3 of Round 1 in the Hatchback tournament.
Right now, Quasimodo's sitting way up on that scoreboard in the white Toyota Yaris.
Here we go, and they are off for race 3. MJ Forte once again out in front, but the question is, can MJ Forte finish the race?
Well, this section after the turn is where MJ's been having all the trouble.
MJ going for the first jump. Nice big air there. MJ's backwards.
MJ made it past the line.
Did MJ actually get the big air on the second jump too?
I don't know, but Quasimodo did not.
What happened to Quasimodo?
The hatchback of Notre Dame has fallen over, and that's going to be a DNF.
That is also a DNF for Anita Waver. Not quite sure what happened over there either.
I'm more interested in what happened to MJ Forte. Was that big air or not?
Well, that was beautiful air on the first jump. That's definitely a bonus. Right here, MJ Forte is on top of Hatch Adams' car, and MJ ends up touching ground before the car passed the line, so no bonus points for the second jump.
Okay, so now I have to know, if you go past the big air jump line, but you're on top of someone else's car, does that still count?
You know what? I think we failed to imagine that that was a possibility. We might have to call Susan about that.
It's gonna happen.
From what I understand, it would actually count.
I mean, I think it's worth a bonus. That takes skill.
It certainly does. Here's the score going into the fourth and final race. Quasimodo on top with 12, Hatch Adams has 10, Anita Waver with 6, and MJ Forte all the way on the bottom with 4. This is it. They're off for the final race. A close group so far. MJ Forte and Anita Waver in the lead. There's some contact. Anita Waver pulls into the front.
Quasimodo passing on the inside.
A battle around the turn. MJ Forte surges ahead.
He's going. Oh! What?
Oh my.
What? Did you see that?
That was wild.
Did you see that?
Yes, I saw it.
Right there, that.
Yes.
That 3D, that right there.
I saw it.
That's not big air. That is massive big air.
And destruction to the time board.
Nobody cares about the time board, 3D. Nobody cares.
Well, you know, people in the comments called it. They said eventually someone was going to go into that time board, and MJ Forte pulled it off today.
That was absolutely ridiculous.
Here it is again, right here. That was wild. MJ almost went over the fence doing a barrel roll.
Well, good thing MJ didn't go over the fence. Otherwise, those fans were going to Anita Waver.
Well, all the fans Anita Waver, and hopefully they all signed them before they came in.
Here's that jump again from the finish cam.
We are still waiting for the official score.
Wow, that was awesome.
Certainly the wildest jump we've seen in this series so far. The points have been tallied. And look at that. MJ Forte will be advancing on.
Wow, MJ Forte had 2 DNFs, was on the bottom of the scoreboard, puts it all on the line, goes big on that last jump, and boy, did it pay off big time for MJ Forte.
You know, I'm starting to think maybe this racing thing is MJ's forte.
I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing MJ in the next round.
Well, there you have it. Today's 2 winners, Quasimodo in the white Toyota Yaris WRC and MJ Forte in the Lancia Delta Integrale. Coming up next time, we have another VW Golf. This one's a Mark II, a Honda CRX, a 1973 Honda Civic,
An oldie.
and a Mini Cooper S Challenge.
Hey, we got a Mini.
That will be our last group of cars for round 1. Then it goes on to the semifinals. Welcome back to the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League Super Stadium Racing Hatchback Tournament. We had some great action in the last group, didn't we, 2D?
Great action is an understatement. That Lancia Delta Integrale flew through the air, over the big air line, over the finish line, and crashed into the time board.
I believe it was only inevitable that someone was going to hit that sign.
I'm waiting for someone to go over the fence.
That would not be good.
It's eventually going to happen, and when it does, I got the fatality button ready.
Okay, this is not King of the Mountain. Put the fatality button away, 2D.
I'm ready, 3D. I am ready. I'll hit the button.
We've got fences. We don't need the button.
It's right here.
Let's take a look at our 4th and final group of round 1. We have Steve from accounting in the Volkswagen Golf.
Hey, it's Steve.
Then JJ Stacker in the 85 Honda CRX.
Then driving the 73 Honda Civic Custom is Kenny Wynn.
Is that a question or a name?
It's Kenny.
And last up, driving the Mini Cooper S Challenge is Austin Leaks. What is Steve from accounting doing out there on the track?
Well, we needed a 4th, and Steve drives a hatchback, so it was a perfect fit.
But does Steve know how to race?
I guess we're going to find out right now.
Austin Leaks and JJ Stacker out in front. Austin Leaks pulls into first, trying to block JJ, but JJ Stacker passes through the turn. Stacker swerves to the right. Austin Leaks with the jump, avoids the second jump, and will take first place on race 1. Kenny Wynn takes second. JJ Stacker, who was in first, takes third.
Hold on, 3D. Here he comes.
Is he moving?
Give him some time. He's an accountant.
Does he know his car's turned the wrong way?
He knows numbers, 3D. Numbers.
This was a bad idea.
Give the man a chance. Go, Steve. Go.
And Steve from accounting will finish in 4th place.
Look at that, 3D. I knew he could do it. I knew he could do it.
Let's see this replay right here. Watch Austin Leaks. Takes a hit from JJ Stacker, but gets some nice air over that first jump, passes the line. That will be a bonus point for Austin Leaks. Let's see if anyone else got the big air bonus on that first jump.
Did JJ Stacker get it?
I'm not quite sure. We're going to see it from a different angle right here. And no, you can see right there his car touches the ground before he reaches the line. It was very close, though.
Well, that was a good start for Austin Leaks.
Yes, he gets the bonus, and then right here avoids the second jump. I think he knew he didn't have it lined up properly and did not want to risk it.
It's probably a good move on his part to hold back on the first race, but I want to see him go for it on the next one.
There's a lot of strategy that goes into these races. We've seen the big air bonus pay off and send drivers right through to the next round, and we've also seen it result in some DNFs.
My theory, if you go fast enough, you never have to worry about a DNF.
I'm not sure how true that is, but here we go with race 2. This time Austin Leaks has a big lead. JJ Stacker gets tangled up with the rest of the drivers. Austin Leaks sideways, spinning around. Now he's going in reverse. Here comes Kenny Wynn and Steve from accounting.
Go, Steve! Yes! I told you, 3D. I told you. Steve is a man.
An impressive jump by Steve. I did not expect that.
I knew he had it in him the whole time.
But how's he going to get to work if he wrecks his ride here in the race?
He can catch an Uber, rideshare. Go, Steve, go.
Looking at the replay, Austin Leaks had such a big lead here. Had trouble on that first jump that really slowed him down. But look at Kenny Wynn and Steve.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah, look at that. He got it.
Steve gets the big air bonus on that one. Wow. And then a photo finish. Kenny Wynn takes the win upside down right before Steve joins him in flipping his car over.
Awesome big air there by Steve from accounting. That is the biggest air of the day so far.
Here's the jump one camera. JJ Stacker comes down before the line. And here's the score so far. Austin Leaks and Kenny Wynn both tied with 8. Steve from accounting has 6. And JJ Stacker is on the bottom with 2. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. You're watching Group 4 of Round 1 in the Super Stadium Racing Hatchback Tournament.
I can't get over how well Steve is doing so far.
Well, he didn't do that well in the first race.
He was getting warmed up and adjusted to the track, and then he showed us what those boys from accounting can really do in race 2.
Well, there's still 2 races left. Here we go with race 3. Kenny Wynn leading them down the first straight. JJ Stacker makes contact with Steve. He swerves.
Oh, come on, Steve.
It's Kenny Wynn in the front, followed by Austin Leaks. Kenny Wynn goes big, spins around, 360.
Hey.
Whoa!
Wow.
Kenny Wynn with some serious stunt driving.
Hold on, here comes Steve.
And Steve unnecessarily plows into Kenny Wynn's car.
Notice how he hit him driving in reverse? That's how you do it properly in the Demolition Derby.
Yes, but this is not the Demolition Derby.
I'm just pointing out that Steve has some serious skills.
He came in last place again.
But he did it in style.
Look at this move here by Kenny Wynn. Big jump, lands on the wall, spins it around, tries to go for the second big air jump, comes up short but passes the finish line anyways. Those were some very impressive moves there by Kenny Wynn.
See, that's what I mean when I said, if you go fast, you don't have to worry about a DNF.
I think there may be a little more to it. Kenny Wynn has some serious skills out there. He will get the big air bonus for the first jump. That will add to the 5 points for finishing in first, so that makes 6 points for this race. And there's a replay of what happened to Austin Leaks' Mini.
Austin Leaks seems to be having a lot of trouble keeping that Mini going straight down the track.
But look at this, he pulls off a reverse barrel roll and finishes in second place. That was a nice move.
Well, that's keeping him up there on the scoreboard.
Here's the scores going into the fourth and final race. Kenny Wynn on top with 14. Austin Leaks has 11, Steve from accounting has 7, and JJ Stacker has 4.
There's still a chance, Steve. There's still a chance.
Plenty of opportunity to make a comeback, especially if you hit that big air jump. This is it, and they're off for the final race. All 4 drivers line up side by side. Austin Leaks with a slight lead here. He narrowly escapes that chaos back there between the other 3 drivers. Austin Leaks all alone. This is his race to lose.
Uh-oh. Hey, pulls off a 180 in the air.
But now he's slowing way down. Wait a minute. Kenny Wynn.
We got some big air, baby.
Kenny Wynn.
Yes, he can, 3D. Yes, he can.
And here comes Steve.
You're the man, Steve. You're the man.
He's the last place man.
He is not last place. JJ Stacker did not pass the line.
He was still the last one to pass the line.
Hey, Steve is doing his best here, okay? He's an accountant.
Well, he should probably stick to that.
I'd like to see you out there to see if you can do better.
Oh, no, look, I know my place. My place is here in the commentary booth.
I see. So you're scared of a little shake and bake.
I don't know what that even means.
I want to see you out there on the track.
No, but here's the replay. Look at Kenny Wynn. Flies past that big airline, hits the fence. I think you're right. Someone may go over that fence eventually.
It is inevitable. It is the way of nature. If there is a jump at a fence, a car will eventually go over.
Well, let's take a look at the final scores. And it's going to be Kenny Wynn and Austin Leaks advancing on to the semifinals.
And look at that. Steve from accounting, not in last place. He came in 3rd.
You know, I'll admit it, that is not bad for an accountant.
You'd be lucky to come in 3rd.
I would finish higher than you.
So you want to race now?
No, I'm just hypothetical speaking.
The fans are demanding to see you race.
No, they're not. It's just you.
Comment below if you want to see 3D race.
No, please don't do that. Here they are, the 8 drivers going on to the semifinal round. Looks like we have 3 Hondas, 2 Volkswagens, a Citroen C4, a Toyota Yaris, a Lancia Delta Integrale, and a Mini Cooper.
A pretty good mix there.
Welcome back to the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League Super Stadium Racing Hatchback Tournament. In the last race, we saw some wild moves by Kenny Wynn, driving that custom 73 Honda Civic.
Kenny Wynn was crazy out there, but let us not overlook the racing debut of Steve from accounting.
That is true. Steve from accounting actually did a decent job for a rookie.
Now the fans are waiting for you, 3D.
Oh no, that is not happening.
Come on, 3D.
Here we go with the first 4 drivers of the semi-final round. We've got Nick McKay driving in the blue Honda Civic.
Then it's Big Air Adrian Brooks in the Citroen C4.
Really, you're giving him the Big Air title already.
Hey, remember what he did in the last round.
Next to him is Jasper Knightley in the red Honda Civic EF.
And last up is Cosmo Carter in the Volkswagen Scirocco GT24.
All right, here we go. They are all lined up. The top 2 drivers will advance on to the final round. And here we go for race 1. It's a close race. Adrian Brooks with a slight lead. Cosmo Carter right there in the white Volkswagen gets sideways.
There goes Big Air Brooks out in front.
I think the Dylan fans out there might be offended by using the title Big Air for
Here he goes.
Whoa! Adrian Brooks.
What did I tell you?
And there goes Jasper Knightley also going for the Big Air.
What did I tell you, 3D? That is Big Air Brooks right there all day, baby.
So much happened on that race. I don't know what happened to Cosmo Carter, but he just barely touched the finish line with the tip of his spoiler, so that will count as a finish.
Look at this replay right here. Adrian Brooks. Anybody can get Big Air with your car upright.
I'm not sure about anybody.
Steve from accounting got Big Air.
Okay, well, almost anybody.
Adrian Brooks says, nah, I'm getting the Big Air bonus upside down, and then I'm going to flip back over onto my wheels.
Look at that close finish once again by Cosmo Carter. He got lucky right there.
That right there is what we call a spoiler finish.
Look at that jump by Jasper Knightley getting right over the line. That will be a bonus point for him. And also, Cosmo Carter will get a point for the first jump.
Everybody was going for the bonus points this time.
Well, this is the semifinals, so they are turning up the heat. Right now, Adrian Brooks sitting nicely on top with 7 points. Jasper Knightley has 4. Nick McKay has 3, and Cosmo Carter has 2.
Very nice. 3 out of the 4 drivers got air on that race.
Well, let's see what happens here in race 2. So far, I do have to say you might be right about Adrian Brooks. That was a wild jump he pulled off.
I believe Adrian Brooks is the new Superman of this younger generation.
We may have to sign him up for the DRC.
He'd be a natural fit.
This time it's Jasper Knightley out in front in the red Civic. Adrian Brooks swerving wildly into Cosmo Carter, now challenging for first. Brooks in the lead, gets air on the first jump, and he pulls off the second jump as well.
Double air. He did the double jump, 3D.
That was very impressive. You know what? I'm going to give it to him. It is Big Air Brooks.
Big Air Brooks all day, every day, putting on a Big Air clinic. That right there is how you get it done.
Here's the replay. Jasper Knightley was in the lead. Adrian Brooks with the overtake right here. He goes straight for the first jump. Beautiful landing. And then pulls it right back in. Look at that.
That was awesome.
He almost jumped all the way to the finish line.
This right here, what you are witnessing, is Adrian Brooks, or should I say Big Air Brooks, superhero origin story.
I'm not even going to argue with that. This is Super Stadium Racing, and Adrian Brooks clearly is super.
We might even use the term mythical.
We're going to stick to super.
Legendary.
It's too soon for that. He just got started.
He might be in the GOAT conversation.
Here's that first jump again. Adrian Brooks definitely got the point there, but the question is about Jasper Knightley in the red Honda Civic. Let's see that again, and no, Jasper Knightley comes down too early, so he will not get the bonus for jump 1.
No Big Air for you, Jasper Knightley.
Let's have a look at the scores. Look at that. Adrian Brooks has 15 points.
The GOAT conversation is real, 3D.
This is only a second race. We can't talk about him being the greatest of all time yet.
I've already got him on my Mount Rushmore.
Again, I think it might be a little too soon for all this.
He's definitely top 5.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back. You're watching Super Stadium Racing here on the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League. This is the first group of the semifinals in the Hatchback tournament. Adrian Brooks currently has 15 points. Everyone else is tied at 5. Here we go. They're off for race 3 of 4. Jasper Knightley back out in lead in the red Honda Civic. Some contact there between Cosmo Carter and Nick McKay. Jasper Knightley keeping clear of the chaos. Oh, no, he rolls it. He flips back over. Nick McKay is out.
Oh, there goes Big Air Brooks again.
Wow, Adrian Brooks with another Big Air jump. That's 3 in a row.
I told you, 3D, Big Air Brooks all day, every day. You can't stop greatness.
Nick McKay unfortunately gets knocked off the track. That will be a DNF. Look at Jasper Knightley right here. Rolls the car back over. Nick McKay slams into his side. That sends Jasper Knightley over the finish line. Meanwhile, Nick McKay went out of bounds.
Forget all that. Look at Adrian Brooks in the yellow Citroen C4. Get these guys out of the way. Look at this right here. Another Big Air jump, rolls his car over and back onto his tires.
Let's go to the replay cam of that first jump. We're focusing on Cosmo Carter, and he comes down too early. But look at Adrian Brooks. He got the bonus on the first jump, too.
Of course he did, 3D. It's Big Air Brooks all day.
It's like he's going for all the jumps every time, and he's just nailing it.
And that's how Adrian Brooks became the GOAT of Super Stadium Racing.
It's still too early for that, but I believe we are experiencing a Superman Stephen King moment here.
Most definitely.
Looking at the score, Adrian Brooks will definitely be moving on to the finals. The question is, who will be joining him? Jasper Knightley in the red Civic has 10, Cosmo Carter in the white VW has 7, and Nick McKay in the blue Civic has 5. And they're off for the fourth and final race. Cosmo Carter taking the early lead in the Volkswagen Scirocco, gets hit from behind by Adrian Brooks. Brooks trying to pass on the inside.
Watch out for Big Air Brooks.
Cosmo Carter slams Adrian Brooks into the wall.
That was a dirty move.
And Cosmo Carter goes big to get the bonus. That right there might be enough to push him through to the next round.
Cosmo Carter with the nosedive.
Let's see the replay of that interaction. You can see Adrian Brooks trying to pass on the turn. Then right here, Cosmo Carter pushes Brooks into the wall.
I have to say that move lacked class and dignity.
It's racing, 3D. Rubbin is racing.
I didn't say it wasn't racing. I just said it lacked class and dignity.
What happened to Jasper Knightley in the red Civic?
Well, apparently he finished the race upside down.
Here's the replay from a different angle. Keep your eye on the red Civic of Jasper Knightley. Gets that first jump right there. And then things go wrong right here. But even with that, he still managed to finish in second place.
That's a good finish for being upside down.
And here's the final score, and look at that!
What's that?
We got a tie for second place!
Oh, Big Air Brooks is moving on with 23 points.
That means we're going to have to go to a tiebreaker race to determine who's going to move on with Adrian Brooks to the finals. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's Jasper Knightley versus Cosmo Carter. Welcome back to the Super Stadium Racing Hatchback Tournament semifinals. It's time to break the tie between Jasper Knightley and Cosmo Carter. Jasper Knightley in the red Honda Civic EF, Cosmo Carter in the white VW Scirocco GT24.
How does the tiebreaker race work?
It's one and done. First driver past the line wins. There are no points or bonuses, so the jumps really don't matter here.
But we still encourage taking the jumps.
I guess if it's strategically to your advantage to take the jumps, then take it.
Always take the jumps.
A close race here. Cosmo Carter takes the lead. Jasper Knightley not far behind. They're out of the big turn, approaching the first jump. Jasper Knightley actually takes it. Cosmo Carter tried to send that one to the moon.
Now that is how you finish a tiebreaker race. He did that one for the fans.
You know, it wasn't a pretty jump, but he got that Volkswagen way up in the air.
Yeah, that car doesn't seem very balanced for these jumps, but he does have that big wing on the back of the car, and I think that helped him to soar through the air right there.
Well, that means Cosmo Carter will be joining Adrian Brooks in the final round. Coming up next time, we have Quasimodo in the Toyota, MJ Forte in the Lancia, Kenny Wynn in the Honda, and Austin Leaks in the Mini.
That's another good group. I got my eye on MJ Forte and the Lancia Delta Integrale.
Here we are back at the 3D Botmaker Speedway. It's time for more Super Stadium Racing Hatchback Tournament action.
This has become the home of the Big Air. 3D, in the last race, we truly witnessed a legend in the making.
Yes, Adrian Brooks.
Big Air Brooks.
Big Air Brooks put on quite a spectacle last week as he absolutely flew his way into the finals.
The man is already a legend.
Adrian Brooks is joined by Cosmo Carter. Those are the two first finalists. We got 4 more racing today and 2 spots left in that final round.
A little pro tip for the drivers, the path to victory is Big Air.
Let's see who's driving today. We have Quasimodo in that Toyota Yaris WRC.
Then in the Lancia Delta Integrale, we have MJ Forte.
Driving in the yellow 73 Honda Civic Custom, we have Kenny Wynn.
I believe he can.
And last up in the Mini Cooper S Challenge, we have Austin Leaks.
I'm excited to see MJ Forte out there on the track. He is no stranger to Big Air.
I think he may have the record for the biggest air. He actually hit our time board in the last race he was in.
I want to see someone go over the time board.
I'm not sure if that's really possible, but that'd be awesome.
I bet Dylan could do it.
Here we go, race 1 of 4. Austin Leaks slams into the side of MJ Forte. Kenny Wynn with the lead. MJ Forte in second.
Hey.
Both drivers get over the first jump. Whoa! Kenny Wynn pulls off a 180 in the air, clears the Big Air line, and takes the win. An impressive start by Kenny Wynn in that little Honda.
And look who decided to finally show up. It's Austin Leaks.
That was unnecessary.
I have to agree. If you're going to be that late to a race, don't go smashing everybody else's car because you're slow.
Well, at least it's not a DNF. Checking out the replay here, watch the car of Kenny Wynn and MJ Forte in the green Lancia. Both drivers getting over that first Big Air jump line. That's going to be a bonus for each of them. And then check out this move by Kenny Wynn in the air.
This feels like the X Games.
It certainly does. Let's go to the Jump 1 camera to see who got that first bonus. Kenny Wynn, MJ Forte both make it over the line, and look at that!
Hey, go Quasimodo.
What was Austin Leaks doing back there?
Losing. He was losing the race.
Well, there's still 3 races left, so he hasn't lost yet.
If he keeps driving like that, it's over.
Here's the scores after the first race. Kenny Wynn with 8. He gets 3 bonus points. MJ Forte has 4 with that 1 bonus point for jump 1. Quasimodo also got a bonus, so he has 3, and Austin Leaks has 1.
A great start so far.
For Austin Leaks?
No, I mean the racing in general, not Austin Leaks.
Well, let's see if Austin Leaks can keep that mini under control here in race 2. Kenny Wynn in the yellow Honda leading him down the straight. Austin Leaks in second. Slams MJ Forte into the wall. Gets loose around the corner. Now Kenny Wynn is going down the track in reverse.
Go for the big air, Kenny.
Here comes Austin Leaks.
Whoa! Oh, yeah.
Austin Leaks flies through the air and passes Kenny Wynn right at the finish line to steal the win. That was very impressive.
All right, Austin Leaks is back in this race.
Austin Leaks is back. Quasimodo is upside down. Let's go to the replay to see that action again. Austin goes a little too high in the turn, bounces around there. Meanwhile, Kenny Wynn understeers, spins around. He tries to beat him to the finish line going in reverse, but look at Austin Leaks. He decides to go big instead of going home, and he takes the win along with the big air bonus.
Once again, 3D, the path to victory is big air. Austin Leaks took my advice, and he is welcome.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me how you're able to take these races, which have nothing to do with you, and make them about yourself.
I gave good advice, and it paid off.
Drivers have been getting big air long before you ever said what you said.
I have always been a strong proponent of big air, even before Super Stadium Racing started.
I agree with you there. That is true.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
I should be some kind of racing mentor.
You're not a racer. Welcome back. You're watching Super Stadium Racing here on the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League channel. This is the second group in the Hatchback Tournament semifinal round. Right now, Kenny Wynn in the yellow Honda is sitting on top of the scoreboard with 11. Austin Leaks in the Mini Cooper in second with 8 points. Here we go with race 3 of 4. Kenny Wynn and MJ Forte neck and neck. There's contact. Kenny Wynn spins all the way around, corrects himself.
Kenny Wynn with the moves.
MJ Forte passes as Kenny Wynn hits the wall.
Let's go big, MJ.
He's going for it.
Whoa! MJ Forte with the hang time.
Kenny Wynn attempts to jump as well. He came down a little too short. And here comes Quasimodo easing his way past the finish line. And unfortunately for Austin Leaks, that's going to be a DNF as he ends up on his side.
That is not good for him.
Look at this maneuver right here by Kenny Wynn in the yellow Honda.
That guy has some serious driving skills right there. He pulls off a 360 in traffic.
Unfortunately, he pulls too hard to the left here. That opens up the door for MJ Forte to take the lead, and he goes straight for the second big air jump. Look at that height.
I'm going to say that MJ Forte is probably the second biggest jumper in the league, right behind Adrian Big Air Brooks.
I think MJ still has the biggest jump, though, from the last round.
I'm judging it more on consistency.
You can see there Kenny Wynn attempts that second jump, comes down a little too short, and he comes down before the line on the first jump as well, so no bonus points for Kenny Wynn. Let's see if Quasimodo goes for the jump here.
Forget the jump. Quasimodo needs to go for his gas pedal.
He is driving awfully slow. How did he get in the semifinals?
Believe it or not, I think he actually got big air in round 1 somehow.
Well, Quasimodo's lackluster performance has him all the way on the bottom of the scoreboard with 5. Austin Leaks has 8. MJ Forte has 13, and Kenny Wynn is on top with 14. This is it, the fourth and final race. The top 2 drivers advance on to the finals. Who is going to take those last 2 spots?
Well, it's not going to be the hatchback of Notre Dame, Quasimodo.
Well, technically, if he gets
3D.
both big air jumps,
3D, it's not happening.
It is a long shot.
He ain't got it, 3D. He ain't got it.
MJ Forte with the lead. Kenny Wynn slightly in second. He slams doors with Austin Leaks. Gets loose around the corner. Taps the back end of MJ Forte. Kenny Wynn's over. He's back up. And MJ Forte
Big air.
leaps his way to the finish line. And I believe his way into the finals with that jump.
MJ Forte, definitely a top-ranking big air artist. Wow.
Let's check out the replay while they tally the scores. Kenny Wynn in the yellow Honda attempts that first jump, hits it at an angle, rolls over and back onto his wheels. But look at that huge jump by MJ Forte.
MJ trying to jump all the way to the finish.
Let's double check and see if anyone got that first jump. We know Kenny Wynn didn't make it, he rolled over.
Wait a minute, look at Quasimodo.
And look at that,
Hey.
Quasimodo.
You know what? It's small steps, baby steps.
And there's the final score. MJ Forte finishes in first with a score of 20. Kenny Wynn in second with 16.
Better luck next time for Austin Leaks and Quasimodo. We salute that little air.
And there it is, your 4 finalists. Adrian Brooks in the Citroen C4, Cosmo Carter in the Volkswagen Scirocco, MJ Forte in the Lancia Delta Integrale, and Kenny Wynn in the Honda Civic Custom.
I cannot wait to see Adrian Big Air Brooks take on MJ Forte, the two biggest high flyers in the game. Sign those waivers, sign an extra one, because we're about to see someone go to the moon.
Yeah, the finals is stacked. It's the top 4 drivers competing for the first ever Super Stadium Racing Tournament Championship. I cannot wait to see all 4 of them race.
It is going to be wild, 3D.
Welcome back to the 3D Botmaker Diecast Racing League. It is time for the Hatchback Tournament Super Stadium Racing Finals.
We've got 2 of the biggest high flyers in the game, and I can't wait to see the action.
Are you ready for some big air, 2D?
My body is ready, 3D.
Well, I'm not sure if your body is ready for this, but we have a special surprise.
Oh boy, I love surprises.
Big Air Dylan will be joining us today for a special exhibition run down the speedway.
For real, Big Air Dylan?
Yes.
DRC champion Dylan.
Yes.
Oh man, what a treat. Let's go, Dylan.
It seems he is running late, but he should be here soon, and we'll have like a halftime show.
A halftime show with Big Air Dylan. This is like the Super Bowl.
Well, it's not quite that big.
Oh, this is big, 3D. This is big.
Also, we have one minor addition to add to the rules.
Not another rule change, 3D. Come on.
It's not a rule change per se, it's an addition.
An addition sounds like a change.
We're just adding on to it.
That's a change.
And this was something that was suggested by the fans multiple times.
Okay, what is it?
In addition, keyword addition, to the 2-point bonus for the final jump, if a driver can jump all the way to the finish line, they will receive an extra point, potentially bringing the total points for that last jump up to 3.
So a reward for jumping an insane distance all the way to the finish line.
That's right, and it has been done before.
Well, you know me, I want to see some massive air, so if that bonus point helps encourage the drivers to go big, let's do it.
See, it was just an addition. Now let's take a look at our finalists for today's race. First up, we have Adrian Big Air Brooks in the Citroën C4.
This guy is already a legend in the world of big air racing. The man has put on a big air clinic, and I can't wait to see what he does here today.
And next to him in the white VW Scirocco GT24 is Cosmo Carter.
Okay, so I gotta say, I was a little disappointed with Carter in round 1. No big air for a driver named Cosmo. I thought he would be flying off those jumps left and right.
Well, Cosmo did step it up in the semifinals.
I hope he continues that today, and remember, the path to victory is big air.
Next up, we have MJ Forte in the Lancia Delta Integrale.
Ah, yes, MJ Forte. She's another big air technician.
MJ does have the record for being the first and only driver to hit our time board.
It just does not get better than a car flying through the air, completely out of control.
So true. And last up, our smallest car of the race, it's Kenny Wynn in the 1973 Honda Civic Custom.
You know, I'm not quite sure if Kenny can win. The competition is tough here. We got Big Air Brooks and MJ the Flying Forte.
MJ the Flying Forte?
Yeah, I just came up with that one.
Well, Kenny Wynn certainly has his work cut out for him here today. Here we go with the first of 4 races. Which one of these drivers will be our first ever Super Stadium Racing champion?
Let's go racing.
MJ Forte in the front in the green Lancia. Kenny Wynn in the yellow Honda in second.
Where'd the other 2 go?
A slow start so far for Adrian Brooks and Cosmo Carter. And look at that,
Hey.
both cars go over the jump at once.
Whoa! He did it, 3D. He did it.
That was insane.
You put the challenge out there with that extra bonus point, and Adrian Big Air Brooks took it all the way to the line.
I told you that addition was a good idea.
A very good idea.
Shout out to everyone in the comments who suggested it, and shout out to Adrian Brooks for that massive big air. Look at this tandem jump by MJ Forte and Kenny Wynn, but then Adrian Brooks comes from behind with a burst of speed and just flies over past the finish line.
Big Air Brooks has to have a pilot's license because this guy is spending so much time in the air. It's crazy.
Look at that jump here from the finish cam. He avoids the first jump to build up speed for that second one. That car looked very close to going over the fence.
Looking at the replay, I think Cosmo Carter also got the big air bonus on that second jump.
Let's review the jump 1 cam. Kenny Wynn and MJ Forte got it along with Cosmo Carter. Everyone going for some bonus points on this round.
It's the finals. I love it. Keep those cars in the sky.
And there's the score after race 1. Both Adrian Brooks and Cosmo Carter got 3 bonus points on that round. Cosmo took both ramps, and Adrian Brooks, well, you saw what he did.
I'm glad to see Cosmo going for those jumps. Keep it up, Carter.
All right, they're lined up again, and they're off for race 2. A nice close group of cars here. Kenny Wynn slightly ahead. A lot of contact. Cosmo Carter comes out of it first.
I think Brooks rolled it back there.
Cosmo gets sideways, straightens it out. No one else around right now.
Go for the jump, Cosmo. Ah, come on.
Wait a minute, here comes Adrian Brooks! And he goes for the jump and lands it!
Reverse big air, baby.
Adrian Brooks solidifying that big air moniker in this race today. Goes for the big air jump twice so far, gets it past the line, He is definitely a high flyer in this game.
Hey, this is the finals. It's time to go big. Adrian Brooks knows that. He's not taking the easy route like Cosmo Carter.
Look at this here. I missed it, but Adrian Brooks actually rolled his car on the first straight. He ends up going in reverse and takes it all the way to the line.
Like I said, Adrian Brooks does not mind taking the hard road. He's taking some big risks, but he's also getting some big rewards.
Here's the jump one camera. We see Cosmo Carter avoids it.
Boo, Cosmo.
Okay, don't boo the drivers, please. MJ Forte does take the jump, but comes down too early. And I don't quite know what's going on with Kenny Wynn.
I don't think he can, 3D. I don't think he can.
What's that? Okay.
What's going on?
Well, that's not good.
You want to tell us what's going on?
Well, we just got word that our special guest, Big Air Dylan, has not arrived for our halftime show.
Really?
So I'm afraid it's going to have to be canceled.
Well, we can't cancel it. We told everyone we're going to have a halftime show.
Well, we can't have it without the special guest driver, 2D.
Okay, you know what? I have an idea.
Really? What is it?
Hey, Steve, is that Aztec still out there?
What are you talking about an Aztec for?
Okay, cool. It's perfect, 3D. I got the car, and I got a special guest driver.
Who's driving and what car is this?
We'll talk about it over the break. Remember, the show must go on.
Okay, well, we're going to go to break. We'll be right back after this.
It's a genius idea, 3D.
I didn't agree to any of this.
The show must go on, 3D. The show must go on.
I'm not even a driver.
I'm sure you'll handle it just fine. Hey, everyone, we are back, and it is time for our halftime show. We've got a special guest driver for you here today. He's going to get some big air out there.
No, I'm not.
It is none other than 3D Botmaker himself in the Pontiac Aztec.
Why do I have to drive an Aztec?
Because you like Pontiacs.
Yeah, but not the Aztec.
3D is going to head over to the start for this exhibition run. Okay, we got 3D mic'd up in the car. Can you hear me, 3D?
This is not in my contract.
Think of the fans, 3D. They want this.
They don't want this. You want this. You've been wanting this.
Okay, watch those lights. Here you go. Go.
I don't need you to tell me when to go. I know when to go. It's green.
Okay, good job, 3D. Now just keep that car straight and you'll be fine.
I got it. I'm fine. Whoa. Okay. Who adjusted the steering for this car?
Okay, calm down. Breathe.
How can I be calm? This car steers all over the place.
Just try to direct it towards the jump.
Oh, mama, whoa.
There you go. Now go for the second jump, 3D. Go for the big air.
No, I'm done.
Oh, come on, 3D. What was that?
I did it. I am done.
You didn't do anything. You just bounced your way around the track and then just stopped on the ramp.
Well, that's what you get when you put me in the car.
3D, I know you can do better.
You get down here and you do better.
I don't know how to drive an automatic.
What do you mean? Everyone knows how to drive an automatic. It's automatic.
I'm a manual kind of guy.
That is a ridiculous excuse, and you know it.
Come on, drive around for one more run, 3D, and give us a good one this time.
This is the last time, and you owe me.
You guys want to see 3D get some big air? You hear that, 3D? That is the voice of the people. They want to see some big air this time.
Fine, I'm going to go for the big air just to shut you up.
That's it, 3D. That is the spirit. He is running right now on caffeine and spite.
Mostly spite, 2D. Mostly spite.
All right, let's go, 3D. Let's go.
All right, let's get this over with.
Maybe this time don't cry and scream like a baby. You're embarrassing yourself.
I was not screaming. That was just passion.
Keep it straight, 3D.
Well, it would have been nice if someone had tuned the steering on this car.
Just aim for the ramp here, 3D. Aim for the ramp.
All right, let's do this. Here we go.
Hey, you did it.
I'm going big.
Oh, 3D. My man, you got big air, buddy. You got big air. 3D. 3D, can you hear me? Talk to me, buddy. Is he okay or did his mic get cut off? Well, anyways, let's go to the replay. I did not expect him to pull off a double jump. Look at this first one. Nails the landing, goes straight for the second jump, and then nosedives, does like a vertical 360 before falling over. I think that is a new move we've never seen here before. Let me try again. 3D, can you hear me? Well, I'm sure he's fine. We're going to take one of those commercial breaks. When we come back, we got 2 more races left in the Hatchback Tournament Finals. Did you see that, Steve? 3D is wild, man. He's wild. Welcome back to the Super Stadium Racing Hatchback Tournament Finals.
I hope everyone's happy that my life was put at risk for your enjoyment.
You did an awesome job. Big Air Dylan would be proud.
We still got to find out where he is.
Might be stuck in traffic.
Well, here we go with race 3. Adrian Brooks currently on top with 10 points. Cosmo Carter in the white VW has 9. MJ Forte in the green Lancia has 8. And Kenny Wynn has 5. There's some contact in the merger. Kenny Wynn pulling ahead in the corner. Passes up MJ Forte. MJ Forte back in the lead.
These guys are driving just like you, 3D.
I think the track might be slick. And down goes MJ Forte and Cosmo Carter. MJ makes it past the line along with Adrian Brooks.
What a mess. What did you do to the track, 3D?
I did nothing. If anything, that Pontiac Aztek you had me drive was probably leaking fluids.
I think you left some kind of bad racing aura on the track.
I have no such bad aura or whatever you're talking about. Right about here, all 4 drivers start scrambling around. MJ takes that first jump. Cosmo Carter spins out. MJ Forte turns around. Forte up on the side, manages to make it past the finish line. Cosmo Carter almost blocked Adrian Brooks there, but he makes it around to pass the finish line. Let's see that all from a different angle here. Kenny Wynn hits Cosmo. Adrian Brooks then hits Cosmo.
Another reverse jump for Adrian Brooks.
He didn't make it past the line, so there's no bonus there. That is going to move MJ Forte to the top with 14 points. Adrian Brooks has 13. Cosmo Carter has 9. And Kenny Wynn still has 5.
So it all comes down to MJ Forte and Adrian Brooks.
They have been the 2 most consistent drivers in this series.
And also the 2 biggest high flyers.
Well, we've got one more race. Technically, Cosmo Carter is still in this. It is possible to score 9 points in a race.
Possible for Cosmo Carter.
Maybe not for Carter. Here we go. They're waiting for the green light for the final race. And they're off.
Let's go. Remember, the path to victory is Big Air.
Adrian Brooks and MJ Forte in the lead. Cosmo Carter right there with them.
It's a Cosmo Carter sandwich.
Now it's Adrian Brooks, MJ Forte through the big turn. Big Air Brooks out in front, gets hit by MJ Forte. Brooks over jump 1.
Go big.
Whoa! And Adrian Big Air
Yes.
Brooks goes flying past the line to get the bonus.
That is how you get it done in the finals, baby.
Kenny Wynn a little late to the party here, but it's still nice to see him pass the finish line. Look at this head-to-head match between Adrian Brooks and MJ Forte. Now remember, MJ Forte has the lead at this point and decides to play it completely safe, avoiding both jumps to go right to the finish line and take the win. Meanwhile, Adrian Brooks takes both jumps. We're going to have to wait to see what that does to the final score. I'm wondering, though, if it would have been better for Adrian Brooks to go for the win instead of going for the jumps.
Always go for the jumps, 3D. Always.
I know you like the jumps, but there is some strategy to this thing as well.
The strategy is Big Air.
No way! Look at that! We've got a tie!
MJ Forte and Adrian Brooks are tied.
I guess those jumps paid off kind of, but I think if he won the race, he would have won the whole thing.
Big Air always wins, 3D. Always.
Well, he didn't win. He tied the score.
It's winning.
Don't go anywhere. Coming up after the break, we've got a tiebreaker race between MJ Forte and Adrian Brooks. Welcome back to the Super Stadium Racing Hatchback Tournament Finals. It is time for a tiebreaker race between MJ Forte and Adrian Big Air Brooks.
This is awesome. 2 high flyers going head-to-head for the championship.
The tiebreaker will be 1 race, and we will be factoring in the points for the Big Air bonus on this race as well. So technically, you could come in second and still win.
Let's go big. Show them what you got.
This is it. It is all on the line. Adrian Brooks in the Citroen in the lead. MJ Forte not too far behind. MJ Forte sneaking up on Big Air Brooks.
Here we go. Let's get some air.
Adrian Brooks going for the jump.
Oh,
no!
That's not good.
And here comes MJ Forte up and over to take the win.
Oh, that was awesome. I've been saying this the whole time, 3D. I don't want to sound like a broken record. That's one of those big discs that spins around.
I know what a record is, 2D.
But the path.
Oh, boy.
The glorious path to victory.
To victory.
That's right. Say it with me. Is Big Air.
Well, I guess that was the case here in this final race.
It is the path to victory.
Adrian Brooks fell apart on that first jump, but look at MJ Forte jumping over the car of Adrian Brooks to take the win. Such an impressive move when it counted. We also have to give credit to Adrian Brooks for putting on an impressive show for this finals.
Oh yeah, Adrian Brooks cleared the finish line. That's amazing.
But the championship for this hatchback tournament goes to MJ Forte. And there she is. The Flying Forte, that's what you called it, right?
Yes, MJ the Flying Forte.
With the Lancia Delta Integrale.
Such a great car when it comes to jumping.
We've got more tournaments planned for the Super Stadium Racing Series, and it's just about time for King of the Mountain Season 4 Tournament 3 to resume at Race City.
I'm looking forward to all of that.
We thank you for joining us for this race. Until next time, I'm 3D Botmaker.
And I'm 2D.
And we'll see you on the track.